I would like you guys to write the word biodiversity. That's the first thing I'd like you guys to write down on your piece of paper. Biodiversity. And while you guys do that, let's have one of you guys read about biodiversity. So make sure you write that down on your piece of paper. Let's have Lynn. Could you read the paragraph for us?
Healthy ecosystems have many different kinds of plants and animals living in the same area. This variety of living things is an ecosystem called biodiversity.
Yep.
The more variety, the greater the biodiversity.
The biodiversity. Biodiversity.
Biodiversity. Some places on Earth, like Winter Lake, have a great biodiversity.
Yeah.
Because of the climate allow many living things to survive. There are other places have less biodiversity, like Arctic.
Yeah, thank you for reading. So guys, I would like everyone, if you haven't written it down, biodiversity, write it down. And now I'd like you guys to write down the definition of biodiversity that you can find in your reading. Layla.
Variety of living things in an ecosystem.
Yeah, very good. The variety of living things in an ecosystem. What does it mean to have a large variety of things in an ecosystem? What's an example of an ecosystem that has a lot of things in it, a lot of plants and animals in it? How about Shark Boy?
Amazon rainforest.
Yep, the Amazon rainforest. So we have the rainforest has greater biodiversity. What is a climate that has very little biodiversity?
The Arctic.
The Arctic. MK sent us the definition of biodiversity is the variety and variability of life on Earth. Biodiversity is typically a measure of variation at the genetic, species, and ecosystem level. Terrestrial biodiversity is usually greater near the equator, which is the result of warm climate and high primary productivity. It's a very good definition. So what is variety? What is variety, P asked? Okay, that's a very good question, P. Thank you for asking it. Just remember that Arctic has less that biodiversity. Okay, so what is variety? Yeah, Amy, the moon would have very little, there's no biodiversity on the moon. What does variety mean?
Variety is the number of something.
Yeah, it's the number of something. It's how many things you have in a certain, if I have a variety of clothes, that means I have a large amount of clothes. If I have a large variety of clothes, it means I can wear a new outfit every day. If I have a small variety of clothes, it means I only have a few outfits to wear every week or every day. And we can highlight it for you. So variety, in this case, is the different kinds of plants and animals living in the same area. So you have more variety, it means you have more plants and animals. If you have less variety, it means you have less plants or animals. And we can look at an example of this. So this is the definition from your book. The variety of living things in an ecosystem is called biodiversity. Let's look at two different examples. They're kind of the same. We got coral reefs here. Let's only look at picture one. Anna, in picture one, does the left side or right side of the picture have more biodiversity? Was the left side or right side? So we're looking, which one has more plants and animals in it? The left side or right side of picture one?
Right side?
Yeah, the right side. The right side has more plants or animals. There is more variety of plants and animals. So this side has a higher biodiversity. Okay, so let's see picture 2. Take time to look at picture 2 and figure out which side has more variety of plants or animals. Well, Dorito, for picture 2, does the left side or right side have more biodiversity?
The left one.
Yeah, the left one has more biodiversity. Well, which one looks like it has more plants and animals in it? Which one has more coral in it?
The left one.
Yeah, the left one. So it has a higher biodiversity. So how does this affect everything? Why does it matter? Can anyone tell me why having more biodiversity is good? Why is having more biodiversity good? Why is it a good thing? What is the benefit of having lots of plants and animals living in an ecosystem? How about Vinny?
So we have more food.
More food! Exactly! Vinny got the correct answer because there's going to be more food. And remember, food is energy. If you have more biodiversity, it means you have more food, which means you have more food chains, and your food web is going to be bigger. And the more food chains you have, the more animals that can eat for food. If you have one species of plant, if you only have one plant, that's not a lot of food for a lot of animals. But if you have 5 plants, there's tons of different animals that can eat those 5 plants. And then you're going to get a very big food web. If you guys look at these pictures, right here on the left side and here on the right side, these food webs and food chains are not good. They are not healthy. There's only a few plants and animals in these pictures, which means the food web and food chain is probably not that healthy, okay? The food webs would be really, really small. Good job, guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of reading. So I have 3 questions on the left side. How does a beaver dam impact the environment in a positive way? Are termite mounds good or bad for plants, and why? What happens to an animal if the plant that an animal eats dies from disease? So these are the 3 questions we need to answer in our reading. Let's focus on the first paragraph first. How does a beaver dam impact the environment in a positive way? First, we need to find the word beaver. You guys circle where you find the word beaver for me. Good job, guys. You guys found the word beaver. Can someone read me the sentence beaver now? P?
Beaver can cause anxiety from when they build a dam across a river using trees.
Thank you very much. So that is the sentence on beavers. So now you guys can answer me the question. So make sure you write it down. But how does a beaver dam impact the environment in a positive way? Amy gave us a really good one. It's going to make a lake for the forest. So guys, it's going to cause a new lake to form when they build a dam across a river. Okay, so it's going to cause a new lake to form, which is going to make a home for tons of different animals, like fish. It's time to move on though. Let's try it for the next one. Are termite mounds good or bad for plants? Philip, are you in the reading?
That termites build add nutrients to the soil. The
Yeah.
nutrients help plants grow.
Yeah, guys, they add nutrients back to the soil that help plants grow. Last question, and we won't do the reading for this. You guys should know this answer. What happens to an animal if the plant the animal eats dies out from disease? First, what is a disease? Wengyang?
A disease is some very small living thing change environment.
Yeah, it's a really tiny thing. Yeah, diseases are usually really tiny. We get affected by diseases all the time. Okay, and they harm plants and can kill them. They can make us sick When you guys get sick, that is usually a disease. It can even kill plants and animals. What happens if a plant dies out from disease? What's going to happen to the animal that eats that plant? Nachman?
They will make the animal sick.
Yeah, the plant can make the animal sick. How about
Will die out, its population will decrease, and its predators will be hungrier if they don't have enough food.
Yeah. So you guys, this affects the food chain. Remember, food chains start with plants. If the plants die because of disease, the food chain will be broken. And then if you only have a few plants, your food chains are going to be very small and your food webs are going to be very small. Let's look at a graph now. Let's do a little bit of math. What is the title of this graph? What Bell?
Number of the bench tree in a forest from 2005 to 2015.
Yeah, so this is beech. Can you say beech for me?
Beech.
Yeah, beech trees. Okay. Kind of like, okay, so you got beech trees. So this is the number of healthy beech trees in a forest from 2005 to 2015. We have to interpret the line graph. What do you think might have happened in 2009? First, we need to find 2009. Could you guys circle where you guys see the number 2009 on the graph? You guys definitely found it. What do you guys think might have happened to the beech trees in 2009? How about Minhai?
The tree were less than 2005.
Yeah, the trees are less than 2005. So guys, look, if you notice, the graph is going downwards. So there's less trees in 2009. What do you think causes this? What do you think caused this, the amount of trees to go down, the amount of healthy trees to go down? MK, what do you think caused this?
People chop the trees down.
People might have chopped the trees down. Very good. There's a little hint on the page. What do you guys think is happening with this leaf here? David?
It's dried up.
It's drying up, but it's kind of weird. Why is it looking like it's drying up in only little patches? You think it's
Maybe
sick?
it's a disease.
Yeah, it's a disease. It's a disease. Very good. You guys remember, these leaves are used for photosynthesis. If the leaves have a disease, the tree's going to starve. The tree is going to starve to death. So we have a few questions. We have to interpret the graph. This is on you guys, okay? Let's see how good you guys are at your graph skills. I have 3 questions here. So let's start off with number 1. How many beech trees were there in 2009? I'm gonna have everyone yell out their answer that they wrote down on their piece of paper, okay? 400. Ow, my ears. 400. Very good. About 400. How many beech trees there were in 2007? Layla.
460.
Close. So if this is 550 and this is 450, that means there's 100 between them. 450 and 550. So if you go halfway, so what's half of 100? 50. So 50 is between, is half of 100. So 450 plus 50 is 500. You guys are all yelling out the answer in chat. Let's see if Sharon, can you tell me the answer? What is the answer? How many beech trees were there in 2007? 500! Exactly, there's 500 between 450 and 550, which is 500. Now this is a harder math question. What is the difference between the tree population in 2007 and 2009? Vinny, what is the number of trees?
100.
100 is the difference. 100 trees got sick between 2007 and 2009. Last question of today, to kind of bring it back full circle. If all the beech trees get sick and die, what will happen to the ecosystem? What would happen to an ecosystem if all the beech trees got sick and died?
The other animal will die too.
Yeah, the other animals might die too. What's going to happen to the food chain if we get rid of beech trees? Okay, what?
Every animals that live in the forest will die.
Yeah, they might die. They might run out of food.
We don't have oxygen to breathe.
Yeah, guys, there'd be no oxygen. Also, birds might use it for homes. Animals might use it for homes. So it affects animals and plants in so many different ways when a disease comes over a forest. So this is your homework. Guys, this is page 321 of your book. So if you have your book printed out, fill out page 321. You're going to do a little bit of writing. It's a cause and effect. We're going to do number 1 together really quick. So in number 1, campers forgot to put out their campfire, which is the cause. The cause was that the campers forgot to put out their campfire. So what was the effect of that? Can someone tell me the effect of forgetting to put out a campfire? Dorito, what would happen if a human forgets to put out a fire?
It would burn the whole forest?
Yeah, it would burn the whole forest. That's what you would write down on the right side. That is the effect. So the cause was we forgot to put out our fire. The effect is the whole forest burnt down. So that's your homework, guys. You have 3 of them. I'd love to hear your responses to see how creative you guys can get. Okay, so feel free to play with this, okay? Be as creative as you guys want. That is it for today. I hope everyone has a great day.